Two teams have made it through to the final in their semi-final victories. And it promises to be a tasty encounter under the floodlights here in Moscow. Emanuel, 40 years of age, and the team playing in green. The conditions, well, the rain has stayed away, thankfully, but it's very cool and overcast, and just making things a little bit darker with the fact we are heading towards the evening here in the capital of Russia. Now, those of you looking at the partnership thinking, hold on, Emanuel Rigo, where's Alison Cerruti? Well, the Federation decided that as they couldn't win the tour this year, that it was a good opportunity to split them up and give them some younger partners to play with in order to give them some experience. And what a good idea that's turned out to be. Emanuel into the final with the youngster Evandro Oliveira. As we see, the man in charge is Roman Pristovakin from Russia, and he'll be ably assisted from the sand by the Czech Republic's Milan Vachutka.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
the teams finished their warm-up and are now going to be introduced to the crowd and to all of those of you watching, wherever you may be watching from, whatever part of the world you're watching in. Latvia, the higher seeded team in this tournament, seeded 3. Brazil seeded 9. You can't take it away from Brazil, but they must feel that they are the favourites for this one. Although no doubt Evandro will be a nervous young man. It's his 4th season. He's only had 22 events, but he does have a win under his belt already. And that was in Berlin this year, when he won with his previous partner as he comes out onto court. The one with Vitor Felipe. No, he's 6'11", nearly 7 foot, and I watched him stood at the net earlier. He just put his hands up in the air and he had his wrists and hands above the net, just stood there. So that shows you what a talent he is. And the net's 243, 8 foot, same height as a crossbar of football. Now here comes Mr. Volleyball onto court. Emanuel Rigo, $2.3 million in prize money, 77 career wins. It doesn't get much better than that. He's only 6'3", but he's the cat, as he's known, and for good reason, for his defensive work. Now, talking of animals, Samoilov's is known as the Lion King. He and his playing partner had their first win together this year in Corrientes, and they'll be looking for another one if they can here in Moscow. Samoilov's with $274,000 in prize money and 104 tournaments to his name. His playing partner Yanis Smedins, who looks like Doogie Howser, the young doctor from the American series. Those of you that know what I'm saying, I have a little chuckle, no doubt. Those of you that don't, are thinking, well, I know what they're talking about. But he certainly doesn't look 26. He looks more like 16 with that hat on. $199,000 in prize money for Smedins. But these two, well, they're going to be up against it, you feel. It should make for a very tasty final. Away we go then. First set, Brazil in green serving. Latvia in red receiving. And first block goes to Brazil. Evandro with a massive block. He's up and he's across. And that one goes straight down. Bit of a wake-up call already. Oh, massive block. Well, 2 in a row for Evandro. He set the stall out early, hasn't he? That one, he's way across, and the reason it was blown up, Strauss's block was back into Smedins, and he's played it again, so that's 3 touches he's had. He had the swing, then he got blocked, and then he touched it again. Oh, a very high-octane start, somewhat tempered by the miss serve from Emanuel. Well, Evandro's enjoying himself, hasn't he? If he was nervous, he's not showing any signs of it. That top surface is a little bit slippy. The sand has been compacted by the week of volleyball and the rain, which is why he just lost his footing slightly after the swing, though. Evandro. Oh, nicely done. Smedins. He's a little pocket rocket. He's 6'3", same height as Emanuel, and look at him, he's up there, head above the net. A bit like indoor volleyball, though, when the sand's compacted, the boys get up and hit hard, and he's done that. Oh, Evandro, he's just melted that one into the sand, out over the advertising hoardings. Well, it certainly is spectacular. Emanuel, little jump floater from him, trying to draw Samoilov's in. Evandro just saying, well, I touched the bottom of the net. Why am I being caught? He must have caught the top with his hands. It's a slightly interesting rule, and Emanuel's confirmed the fact he doesn't agree with the decision. If you touch the top of the net with your hands, it's deemed that you've broken the plane of the net. So any touch, no matter how minuscule, it's a net fault. Oh, big block. Samoilov comes back with one against Evandro. So Evandro's not going to have it all his own way today. He just watched the ball and said, thank you very much, get down. Back to the net talk. If you touch the bottom of the net, it's fine. Ace serve! The Smedins. And now Austria, Latvia have the lead. Well, there's a reason Latvia are in the final, and we just saw 2 points, 2 reasons why that they've done it. Blocking, serving. Oh, that one curling away from Samoilov's. Unfortunately for him, wide of the court. Good pick-up. And again. Great put away. Well, Latvia are buzzing. Excellent work by both players, and then Smedins finishes it off. Too much on that one. Well, Samoilov somewhat pumped up from that last play. Getting too much on the ball. Well, it's a very exciting final. Seeing a little bit of everything. And then a little pokey just over the top and away from Evandro. Smedins. Oh, block out this time. 1 foot Yahoo from Evandro. Brilliant volleyball, hoisted high to allow Latvia to set their defence. Well, that ball looked to be going wide. Evandro's played it. Oh, still in play. Magnificent rally. And it's Latvia who get the point, and a cheeky little look through the net from Smedins as he rolled that one away from Emanuel and then engaged him through the net. Left his hand up in the air as well as he did so. Magnificent beach volleyball from both teams, and it was good that it finished on a positive note with the roll. Well, while they're watching that, touched ace for Latvia, got another point. 10-7. Emanuel gets in on the act, he's going to have a swing. And he gets it done. That ball was just drifting away from him. Well, he's the supreme athlete, even at 40 years of age, still able to mix it with the young guns. Nicely left by Smedins. And a good cut from Evandro as well. Well, for somebody so tall, for Evandro, he's certainly got all the skills. Oh, he's got such a devastating serve. Really good work from Smedins. Oh, it hits it back even harder. Well, at the technical timeout, Latvia still have the lead, and they are looking good for their second gold medal, perhaps, in their time together. Emanuel, Evandro looking for their first, but they've only been playing together for a couple of events. And it's some testament to the career of Emanuel. If you go back through when he started playing back in 1994, so over 20 years. In fact, he's coming up, it's 94, 2004, 2014, he's coming up to 20 years of playing on the tour. And he played with Eloisio Claudinho back in 94, finished fourth. Then he teamed up with Zimarco. Then they had a first, French Open in 96. Played with Jose Leola, and they had a couple of firsts as well. Then he teamed up with Tande Ramos for second place, so making another final. And the list just goes on and on. He had great success with Ricardo from 2003 on to 2009, where they won just about everything going. Error from Evandro. And Latvia's lead increases. But it's such a testament to Emanuel's career. Another new partner, but another final. Still, it's going to stay in. Well, Evandro wants to bury these, and if he does that, he's playing into the area in which Samoilov can make touches. And Samoilov is making some great touches. Well, Smedins let it go. More in hope than anything, thought it might go wide. With no such luck. Emanuel is going to serve for Brazil. He has not had much to do, really, has he? It's Evandro's carrying the workload because Latvia are going after him, so Emanuel just reduced to a setting role at the moment and a little bit of serving. He can't get his defence working particularly well. Nice side out from Latvia. You just feel maybe Latvia are going to go after Emanuel at the business end of this set. That remains to be seen. Good touch, but it's out of play away from Smedins. Evandro gets the point. Evandro can make an indoor block on the beach because he's so tall, but a really good serve, it must be said, and he's backed it up by getting his hands way, way across the net, and down it goes. Ball landing before Smedins did. Look at this serve from Evandro. It's all very quick, all in one motion, and bang, ace serve from Evandro. It's the equivalent of what the other guys can do on a jump float, but he's able to deliver heat. He's able to throw it and hit it, and it's such a high point from which he's hitting it. He doesn't need a big jump. He just does it all in one motion. And that was a devastating serve from Evandro, bringing Brazil back to within 2. They are still trailing. But we just threw that one up a little bit too high. Wasn't able. He's looking all the time for just a straight downward serve. There's no kind of up and down on it. It's devastating when he gets it right, as we saw the point prior to that one. Nice. Mixing it up. It's good to see he's not all about just getting up and hitting it as hard as he can. Had a look, and look at that, he's hitting that above the height of the antenna. That's amazing. There isn't a block in the world can live with that. I reckon even Dalhouser might have a job to stop Evandro when he's playing shots like that. That time though, Evandro not getting across the net, left a gap, the ball going down his front and on his side of court. Oh, brilliant. Lovely. He drifted inside and then just smashed out across his body, kept his height and hit the line. Lovely swing from Evandro. Just watch the way he moves, stays really straight, belts it. That's a danger as the server who comes into block. You don't get in quick enough and the other team go over on 2, you're in trouble. Evandro wasn't near the net and he's punished by Samoilov, who hits it straight away. Good dig, he's not going to stay in play. And Samoilov's thought about it, but too many obstacles in the way. He'd had to go over a barrier, then jump over a car. He was going to get the ball. Thought better of it. It's all about side out now for Latvia. They need 3 points to take the set. Brazil have momentum. They're definitely getting their way back into it, but points are running away from them. Emanuel. That'll do nicely. Another one on the board for Latvia. Despite Emanuel scurrying to the line, he wasn't quick enough to keep it in play. A wild one from Smedins. A cheap point then for Brazil. They don't have to work for it, they're given it. Again, just weak rotation for Brazil. Evandro's got to serve tough. Well, he tried to make it difficult, but in the end he made it all too easy, and it's now set point for Latvia. Samoilovs. Emanuel doesn't deliver the heat chance here. Smedins for the set. Off the block, out of play. Latvia take the first set, 21-17. Just what Smedins wanted to see. Well, wonderful start to this gold medal match. Confirmation of the score for you, and it looked, didn't it, for all the world, as if it was going to be Brazil who were going to dominate after the back of that very good start, but Latvia were having none of it. Well, it's must-win set time now for Brazil. The crowd enjoying this world-class beach volleyball that's being presented to them here by the two teams. Latvia with the serve. Again, target as it was in the first set, Evandro. That was a wild one from Evandro. He didn't quite get the height he wanted, nor the contact as a result. Fingertips on the ball. And, well, he almost ended up on a side court. This time he gets it right. And Brazil have the side out. Emanuel. Ooh, carry called. Not surprising, really. That stayed in Smedins' hands for a long time, and they can talk to the ref all they like about it. That stayed in his hands for a long time, and that's a really good call by the ref. Continuation block from Evandro, gets to have another chance. Smedins. Unforced error, but it's an unforced error because Smedins hit it out, but a lot of that was pressure being brought by the amount of space that Evandro was taking away at the net. And Smedins trying to avoid the block, avoided the court. So, just the start that Brazil would have wanted. 3-1, Emanuel with the serve. Line block called against Samoilov's. But the ball brought into the centre of court by Latvia. Nice play because it opened up more angles and the line block becomes a centre court block. So the roll is further away from Emanuel. Really good swing from Evandro, not such a good dig from Smedins. He held his ground, but he got his shoulders turned away from the net. Watch his shoulders, watch where he ends up, and that's exactly where the ball goes. Again, Evandro, really good serve, but he's got to, can't watch your serve. Once you've served, get to the net. He's too late, and it's Samoilov who gets the point. Mind you, he hits that serve so hard, it's back on him before he gets a chance to get to the net, isn't it? Oh, that was unlucky. That looked to have hit the line. And referee says out, line just says out. Latvia aren't going to contest it, but let's have another look. Well, it's even too quick for the camera. Ball has to hit the line. Sand splash, hitting the line doesn't count. So it's not to be. Latvia now back to within a point. In fact, they're level 4-all. So the bright start from Brazil has been snuffed out. Oh, lovely dig from Smedins. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Evandro gave it everything. Some of the sting taken out by the net, but no taking it away from Smedins. Great dig, great finish. It's getting the better of Emanuel. Chases on, I think Samoilov might get something on it. Oh, nearly. He was just put off by the advertising hoardings. Well, back in the day, they were just made of plastic, could knock them over. Nowadays, though, they're much more sturdy. You don't want to go running into them. Oh, that's nice. Oh, brilliant. No net touch. Evandro's calling for a net touch, but it didn't touch the net. Nobody touched the net. That's just a good old-fashioned joust. Samoilov's getting the better of Evandro. Latvia into the lead. Line block signalled again by Smedins. Samoilov's going to try and stop Evandro, but he can't stop that one. Off the net. Evandro too far away from Samoilov's. Well, those are the errors that Brazil cannot afford against Latvia in the way that they're playing at the moment. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? You watch it. Evandro's 6'11". He's hitting the ball around about the top of the antenna, but he's still trying to avoid Samoilov's block. And in so doing, he's making mistakes. And it's those blocks that Samoilov's made earlier on in the match that are now creeping into the mind of Evandro when he goes to swing on the ball. Oh, that had to be, yes, it's not going to be Latvia's point. And Samoilov's is going to be upset, but it's a good call from the ref. And the reason it's not going to be Samoilov's point is because the ball is still on the side of Brazil, and Samoilov's hit on the top of it. So his hand was over the net. And in that case, it's an error. He's got to play it on his side. He didn't touch the net, but his hand was over the net. Oh, well, look, they're let off the hook with a poor serve from Emanuel. Nice change up from Latvia. First swing that Emanuel's had in the second set, and he's put down. Wanted the line, but he went straight into Samoilov's. And Samoilov's puts the ball down, and Emanuel on his backside. Samoilov's went just a little bit too early, and Evandro with an easy roll over the top. Nice change up. Emanuel left his station very early and ran to the line before Smedins swung on the ball. And Smedins saw that and knew exactly where he needed to roll. Back where Emanuel had been stood. That one caught the thermal and just carried on out of play. That's a massive block, and Evandro just pointing to let everybody know exactly where it landed. And he's got Smedins again twice now. He's put Smedins down. We head into the technical timeout. 1 point separating them, but it is all Latvia at the moment. Have a look at this again. Boom, boom, point, Brazil. Well, it's all going the way of Latvia at the moment. They are dealing with the threat of Evandro. And they're keeping Emanuel very quiet. Well, the crowd getting into the spirit here at the Vodny Stadium Beach Centre and having their own version of the Mexican wave. The Russian wave has done its part, and now the players have come out onto court to do their part. Emanuel serving, Brazil trailing. Smedins for Latvia looking for the side out. Good cover by Samoilovs. Oh, lovely pokey from him as well. Emanuel caught in the centre of the court, and as a result, not able to chase down. I think he got stuck behind Evandro, didn't he? Couldn't see the ball properly. Well, Samoilov's trying to play smart. He was expecting Evandro to try and play block out, and that's why he took his hands away at the last moment. But Evandro probably wasn't paying any attention to that and made a very comfortable put away. Good block out. Evandro is frustrated, but it was a hurry-up play from Latvia. And Evandro is still reaching after the ball. Nice work from Smedins. Good chase. Has to come over though because it touched the block of Evandro. And that is quality from Samoilovs. Lovely core stability from him as he jumped and turned in the air, stayed impeccably straight and rolled it back cross court. Latvia now with an impressive lead in this second set. Smedins with the serve. Samoilov's giving the blocking instructions. He's going to block line against Evandro. And that meant Smedins had to take away the cross court. I think he blinked and missed it. So tidy side out from Smedins as he rolls that one to the line. Ooh, a little bit of luck from Emanuel, his second swing in this second set. First time he got blocked, second time he's flirted with the net, but it's landed in court. Just enough on it to keep it in play. Evandro. Nice footwork from Samoilovs. And a brilliant play. He just changed his hand position. Looked like he was going to go line, moved and then turned his hand around the other way to roll it cross court. Watch his hand as he goes up. Lovely. Evandro has belted that one and it's gone down, rolled up and then hit the jib camera operator square in the face. He was busy watching the monitor, didn't see that one coming. Up it and over it goes and just out of shot, unfortunately. He's hit the jib man. Great swing from Evandro. steady stuff from Latvia. They're giving as good as they get. They're trading points. They're keeping their lead. And they're keeping their cool under pressure. Finding the side out. Samoilov's down the middle. Evandro gutted, he didn't get it. Emanuel's being tested and he's coming up with the goods. Clinical finishing from Emanuel. Well, it's a frustrating evening on the sand for Brazil. They are millimetres away from keeping the ball in play each time. It's just not happening for them. Unforced error from Evandro. The cross court was begging to be hit. He's tried to go to the line. And now Latvia at 19-15, edging closer to a second goal in their careers. Brazil call timeout. Well, Latvia were late coming to the court, you know, at the start of this match. I happened to walk past Samoilov's, literally 6 minutes to go before first whistle, and he was making his way onto court, but he looked like he was a man who meant business, and he's proved that so far. Well, it's now or never now, isn't it? Big point this. Brazil have to get the side out. Smedins with the serve for Latvia. Excellent swing. Evandro belts that one cross court. It's all about Latvia's side-out game now. It's been good up to this point. Emanuel with the serve. Samoilov's with the wipe off, and it's now match point for Latvia. Consummate from Samoilov's as he wiped that one off of Evandro. Evandro's going to have a swing to keep Brazil in it. Good dig. Samoilov's will keep it in play. Smedins has it. Oh, it's a carry against. Unbelievable, a carry called against Emanuel at match point. And it's Latvia who take the game in straight sets. Controversy to finish, but it's gold for Latvia. 21-16, 21-17. Emanuel can't believe it. But it's Latvia's day. Their second gold medal in their time together. So the Latvian fans delighted. Samoilovs and Smedins delighted. Very gracious in defeat, Emanuel, as he shakes the hands of Samoilovs and Smedins, but he's not happy as he has a chat to the technical supervisor to say, why on earth was I called for a carry when that ball was hard driven by Smedins on match point. But that's just the way these things go, and the referee thought it was a carry, so he's given a carry. That's what it means to them too. They'll be absolutely delighted. Second gold medal. But silver for Evandro and Emanuel. That's not a bad effort. And they'll be pretty pleased with it on reflection. So the court's being dismantled. We're going to have the award ceremony for both the men and the women after the conclusion of this one. And as Samoilovs and Smedins just posed for a few pictures, they are going to be invited to come and have a chat with our on-court reporter. Phil Bush is waiting down on the sand to have a chat with the players, and he has Samoilovs with him, waiting on Smedins, just calling him over. Come on, son, get over. We've got an interview to do. Those are the trophies that will be presented shortly. Smedins is making his way over, and let's head down then to the sand where Phil Bush has our winners. Let's see what they have to say.
And I am joined by our gold medalist, and gentlemen, I gotta say, in a sport that you have a lot of mistakes in, you guys played an error-free match. Talk about that.
When you play on this level and when you're playing against players like Emanuel, you can win only if you're playing without mistakes.
You guys seem to take their strength and make it your own, because you blocked extremely effectively at the net this match.
Yeah, it was our tactic. Like usually, I'm not tall blocker, but I don't know, since childhood I like to play against tall guys, so it was a key.
And that was such a great win, a very tough tournament, but you guys were there, and you just came to really take them out of their game.
We try our best. So Yanis made a very good reception because Evandro's serving is really good. I think he's have the fastest serve in the world, and Yanis did really good reception and side out. So we had side out, and we had got some points from block and defense, and yeah, we had a plan for a match, and we did everything we had in this plan.
Gentlemen, you are the gold medalist of the Moscow Grand Slam. Congratulations and great job. Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. It was a monumental effort from those two. They played extremely well. Let's have a look at the highlights from the match. Well, that concludes our coverage of the gold medal match and from the Moscow Grand Slam. But there is the small matter of the presentation ceremony, which will be coming up shortly. We hope you can join us for that. But until then, from myself, Clayton Lucas, it's time to say goodbye.